3, still 2, 2.5, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, and all yours.
Hi, everyone. We're having a rough morning. Welcome to the Beyond the Gates after show here on JLJ Media. Candice is having major technical difficulties. I'm your host, Amanda, and I'm here with my lovely co-host, Miss Candice Mack.
Hey, y'all. I'm all over the place. I'm not going to front. I'm all over the place. It's been behind the scenes. You just don't know. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes here at this show. And it's just a lot, literally a lot going on right now. But hey, everybody in the chat room, come on in. The community it's safe for right now. It really is. Now, before we start the show, you may notice it's a little too quiet at Fairmount Crest right now. I got in because I'm a saint. Look at the halo.
Lies.
However, if you guys recall, Amanda was not allowed to cross over to the property. Somehow, I look down the street, I see this girl literally waving, saying, hey, y'all, hey, everybody, with her cup of coffee and all that stuff, her tea and everything. How the heck did Amanda get through the gates?
Allegedly, just allegedly, I may have researched Leslie's construction company. I may not have went to the bar that they were hanging out at, and maybe, allegedly, I talked to a hot construction worker and swiped his card, and now we're in. I did it, guys. I mean, allegedly. Okay? Because I'm not admitting anything. It's allegedly.
Allegedly.
Thank you, Mark. His name was Mark. Thanks, Mark. Allegedly. His name's allegedly Mark.
Chat room. Everybody in the chat. You know there was more to the story, right?
I'm not in jail, Candice. So that's all that matters.
Does anybody really go to jail for their crimes, though? Let's think about that as my halo is arising. Okay, we got a tight show today. We got a lot of news. We got a lot to talk about. First things first. Welcome to Soap Sunday here on JLJ Media, the home of the Daytime Emmys discussion, which is happening next Tuesday, you guys. Jerry Walker, James, and myself will all talk about what's going to go down this Friday. A reminder, this Friday, October 17th at special start time, 7 p.m. for Pacific, is the 52nd annual Daytime Emmy Awards. Ta-da! No, it's not going to be on network. For the upteenth time, it's not. This is the simple website you can remember, okay? watch.theemmys.tv. Once again, it's watch.theemmys.tv. No .com, not .org, not anything else, but TV. Log in, it's free. Free, I tell you. Don't we love free? We love free stuff. Free. Yes. Free as the bird. Yes. Sign up and you can watch not only this Daytime Emmys, but also previous Emmys as well and talk about it. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that you're going to see everybody on Roku doing, stuff like that. So if you have those devices, go to, what is it again, Amanda? Watch.
Is it dot? What?
The Emmys.
The Emmys.
TV.
And that's
it. All you need to know. That's it. That's all you need to know. Make sure you follow James, as him and Tammy are going to be on the red carpet, baby.
Yes. The red carpet. They're going to be eyeing everybody.
They're going to be eyeing. I'm going to be there. Yay! Hey, that's really the big news right there, folks. I mean, no offense, but that's the big news. So you're going to have triple eyes watching, looking from different standpoints of the daytime Emmys. And also a reminder, Beyond the Gates is not eligible for this year's daytime Emmys. Folks, they're going based off of 2024 material, not 2025. Now, next year, Beyond the Gates will be eligible for the daytime Emmy. So once again, not on network, and Beyond the Gates is not eligible. Okay? All right. Don't make me come after y'all. Because y'all gonna be like, Nintendo, it's not on CBS. Because it's not on network. Dang it. Okay. And make sure you have some fruitcake while you're at it. Not that year
You know
old
what?
fruitcake.
I can get y'all some out of my freezer. I got some fruitcake in my freezer from like 2 Christmases ago.
Unfortunately, the only doctor we had at Fairmount Crest passed away, so we cannot pay for medical bills or anything. I mean, Ashley might take care of you guys if you eat it, but she preoccupied.
Eat it at your own risk, right, Candice? Eat it at your own risk.
Take it. Don't take it, you guys. Don't take it. Anyway, back to this. So it is Soap Sunday. So after this, join us as we talk about the Young and the Restless, which started their 53rd season last Monday. There's some movement, kinda, sorta. That's all I got. And then join us for the Bold and the Beautiful, which really is saying we don't care what you guys think. We're about to tell a soap story.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank,
whatever
period.
we do.
You're just gonna be entertained, whether you like it or not. And maybe I'll take over that show too. And then join James and Frank as they talk about all things Port Charles and the Port Charles community. There were some things that happened this week too, as far as new ownership of a house. Yes, somebody gave somebody a house. It was the end of a certain phrase too. It was the end of an era. Then you know what? Tony and the Crew Edition Days. They got a lot to talk about with Days of Our Lives over on their channel, Edition Days YouTube. And also, while you're there, in all honesty, can you guys support our fellow community person, Tony? Tony Moore is doing a lot of content. He's doing a lot of interviews. He just posted some interviews a couple of days ago. Please support him because he's good peeps. He really is. And we love him.
We do.
Don't tell him I said that, though.
And he's hot. All right.
I didn't say all that, but okay. So there you have it, folks.
All
right,
he's hot, Candice. So just saying.
He's my brother. I mean, he played my brother on Forever and a Day. He's like my brother in real life. So yeah.
I mean, I'm not his type, but he's still hot. All right. There you go, continue.
All right, now. So now some community notes before we come. I mean, you guys are welcome to come through the gates. Come on, you guys. Come on. All right. So
I know what one is.
I know. And look, here's the thing. This is, to me, the only thing that mattered this past week. We talked about this last show.
We did.
Because soap fans are like the FBI. They will find stuff out. They will put 2 and 2 together. Okay. If you want certain files released, you might need to go to soap fans. Anyway, it is now confirmed. This brings me so much joy. I wish we had a horn or something. Ladies and gentlemen, coming soon to Fairmount Crest to Beyond the Gates on CBS. Emmy Award winner. One of the hottest guys of daytime. The man that I proposed to on a podcast. Check it out. The man who oozes, who gives you one of the best hugs in daytime, who looks you right into your soul. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Vaughn is joining the cast of Beyond the Gates.
Yes. Yay. I knew this would make Candice happy.
And here's the deal. So when we're gonna do some segments on the show, so I'm gonna call this. I'm following this under things that made us happy in Fairmont Crust. This made me happy because, and we do not know who he's gonna play just yet. There's speculations of who he's gonna play, from Joey's son
Ooh.
to a new doctor
Ooh.
to a family friend of Derek's or whatnot.
Okay.
And there's already people who are grouping him with certain females on the show. Nicole is the front runner. See, look at that. Soap Jesus is telling me that I'm so lightened up right now. Look, so much joy. So we do not know anything. We do not know a start date, but of course we saw pictures from Clifton Davis's 80th birthday. By the way, James did a show talking about his cousin. Y'all know James and Clifton Davis are cousins? Yeah. Check out JLJ Media. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and that also. But no, so it's very exciting. But this was teased a couple of weeks ago when Michelle and Sheila Ducksworth did an interview, and Michelle said that there was somebody in the daytime community that we the fans loved that was going to join the show. So, Amanda, this is kind of big. This is big. This is really big. What are your thoughts about Greg Vaughn joining the cast of Beyond the Gates?
Oh, I'm excited, like everyone. And he's hot. Y'all know how I feel about the hotness. Soap should be hot, right? Right?
I mean, I'm going to say this, and then we're going to move on to the first topic. When this show came out, when casting started to happen, I think some people did cast Greg Vaughn to be on the show. It's because he lives close to Atlanta. As some of you guys know, he doesn't live in Los Angeles. He lives in Texas. And not only that, but he is such a humble, I mean, in all honesty, he really is. If you've met him, he is truly one of the nicest people in the genre, who really he receives and he gives. So the fact that he is going to be joining the show, I'm very happy. I do want to know who he's going to play.
Oh yeah, that's driving me crazy. So, I want to know.
Right, because I see people hooking him up with Nicole. I see people hooking him up with Leslie. I see people hooking him up with Candice. Oh, I'm not on the show. Even though there is a character named Candice. There is a character that was named Candice. So, who knows there. But this is actually good and whatnot, because and what I do like about this show is it is a balance. You're seeing new talent versus our faves. Like we have John, Carla, and everything else. So congratulations to the Beyond the Gates family. You got a good one. And congratulations, Greg. We can't wait to see you. And yes, folks, before anybody says, you're still going to see him on Days of Our Lives, because Days of Our Lives takes 5,000 years in advance. He did film some episodes, so you'll be seeing that later on this year. I'm telling you, if the first day he comes in Salem is the first day that he comes on Beyond the Gates, it's a double Greg Vaughn day. And who's going to be mad at that? Not I, said the fly.
No one.
All right.
Candice, by the way, I'm sorry if I say it wrong. It's Lara. She loves your hair.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes, Candice is trying something new. Yes. As I prep for Emmy week. Now I know the stress that James and Tammy and all of them are talking about. So, but thank you guys. I'm a little nervous though too. So thank you.
Pretty.
Thank you so much.
All right, we got to talk about this before James kills us.
All right. Okay, so first things first, I want to get this out. I like to call this segment couples therapy. Couples therapy. So we had Smitty and Martin. They are working it out. They're going to a therapist. They're going to start dating again. We're seeing their relationship rebuilding, as well as certain things are being prioritized, like work, and also the fact that Martin still wants to tell the truth about what happened that fateful night. On the other side of town, we have Naomi and Jacob still talking about the baby. Naomi is very career driven. she really does not want this. And I think we talked about this the last episode of how things happen unexpected. You know, like if you're in a relationship or even if you're not in, things happen, whether it's an accident, pregnancy, or anything. Jacob is being supportive, but he also wants this. He's like, well, let's see what happens. Like a child brings so much joy into the world. True. Naomi's like, but you're not a woman. Like, in a way, to explain it is that in corporate, because we gotta remember she's an attorney, they may be smiling, but in all honesty, she feels as though at this point of the game, she still hasn't proven herself just yet. So Amanda, chat room, I want to start with first Smitty and Martin. How do you feel about that relationship? Do you agree with what's going on? Like, they've been going to therapy, they've been talking. So where do you stand at with them?
I'm rooting for them. I love it, actually. I think I really like them together. I don't want them to break up. I think that although Martin lied, I think it's something that you can get past. It's not as if he did something unforgivable. Right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, anyway. I don't know. Maybe to other people it's unforgivable. But I love this because I've been a little bit through this experience a little bit. Like, I don't really talk about personal life that much, but I also am falling in love with my husband right now. So I get it. Like, I can relate to this because we're gonna just be done. And then things changed. So I love this storyline. I'm rooting for them. I'm kind of going through something similar.
Yeah, and that's why I picked these two to start out with, because, you know, we talked about how soaps, you never know who's watching these shows and may be going through that situation and trying to see how characters on a TV show would handle it versus just be like, okay. And I agree with you that we saw in the beginning, Martin was really a dominant figure with Smitty by saying, you're not going back to work, you're not doing all this. But right. Then it kind of flipped where Smitty is kind of getting a little too much too. But you see that they still care for each other and they're trying to figure out a way to deal with a lot, because there's been a lot between them. What happened to Martin, Samantha, June, like there's and especially with the extended family. So I love the fact that, they're going to date again. I love that they are finding their way, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's to me it makes complete sense because
right,
basically we missed each other and that's what we did. My husband asked me on a date and we've been together a long time, right? So we just kind of grew apart, right? So he asked me on a date and then we started dating. And I'm really rooting for them because it's going good for me. So I hope that it goes good for them.
Yeah. Most of you guys in the chat feel, you guys agree, you guys liking them working it out. And that's good, like Latasha said, they're working it out, renewing their vows. Tony's like, I like them dating. So yeah, I mean, this is a good thing. Now let's talk about, to me, one of the most real topics of the show. I mean, there's some other things going on in the show, but this one is affecting me a little bit because I've been in this position where it's Naomi and Jacob. Again, they're at a crossroads because Jacob wants that family life. He feels as though they're in a perfect position where they both can give, they have so much love. He feels as though they should share the wealth. But Naomi's not on board with that. And she has some valid points. You know, not only her family situation, but again, for a female in the work environment of today, there's some people who will look at her as a emotional risk because she's pregnant. You know, they don't want to be responsible for her to have a accident and stuff like that. They don't want her to be so emotionally damaged. And I'm using that because I was actually told that one time, emotionally damaged, because, you know, stuff like that. I think this is by far the most real storyline as far as conversation goes on soaps, because I do see people picking sides. There, you know, some people are team Naomi, some people are team Jacob, and some people are, well, let's find out what happens later. Because here's the thing, you change your mind. You can completely change. Naomi could change her mind just like that, but so can Jacob. But my fear is that this might bust them up. This might bust them up because when you get, okay, now keep in mind, single girl right here, okay? But I've been through this before where when you're in a relationship, 9 times out of 10, you should be on the same page about certain things. There are certain expectations that you are going into the relationship with. Sort of like, again, you guys will love each other, you're married, you're going to be a partner, you're a team, you work things out. But then there's certain things that happens that you didn't sign up for, or you may not want at that time. How does that affect you going forward? That's Naomi and Jacob.
I really felt it. Like, I felt for her because I experienced this, but like in a reverse. So I found out that I couldn't have kids. I can't have kids. So I was very worried when she said, well, does this mean, like, if I decide I don't want to have the kid, does this mean you don't want to be married to me anymore? Like, what does this mean? And she, like, starts freaking out. I had that moment of, now I have to tell him, like, I can't have kids. Is he not going to want me anymore? I had that same moment of freaking out, like, oh my God, he always wanted kids. Does that mean he's not going to want me now? Now I feel bad. I'm stopping him from having what he wants in life. It was very hard for me to, because I felt almost selfish in a way. And I think that's how she feels. Like, it's not that she don't want to give him a baby because but she doesn't want a baby because she's the one who has to miss work, and she's the one who has to find the nannies, and she's the one who has to go out for maternity leave, and she's the one who has to carry the baby.
She's sacrificing her body.
Right. I get where she's coming from, but also in the fact that worrying that the person you love is now going to be very disappointed in you. And maybe they'll think, well, if I got with someone else, then I can have a baby. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I felt that. It made me cry because I felt that when she said it.
I'm reading the chat. Jeremy says, I like Naomi and Jacob too. I hope they'll be okay. Medora says, Naomi has a right to do whatever she wants, but Jacob has the right to change his mind about being a dad. I don't know what will happen. And that's where I'm at right now. Both parties, it's sort of like what I was about to say, like both parties have been, I felt like doing the People's Court intro, if you guys remember that. So, and it's like, dun, dun. But I see where Naomi's coming from. She's career driven. Doesn't mean that down the road she doesn't want to be a mother. It's just right now she wants to establish herself. Jacob wants that life. He does. But again, do you guys know how it is with a baby? Like, take it from somebody who works kids. I will say this, for me, back many moons ago, I wasn't career focused as I am now. I was with somebody, and guess what happened? And we had a conversation. I was Naomi. Not gonna lie, I was Naomi. He was Jacob, but then the role slowly reversed.
Mm.
And then, unfortunately, I always say God has plans. God knew that it wasn't our time. And I'm fine with the decision of right now not having one. And I know some people will be like, girl, time a ticking, time a ticking. But again, we'll see what happens. I have to also find somebody with me, right? Okay. So I just wanted to give a little spotlight to them because I thought those two couples, we're all rooting for them. We're all rooting for them. Now, let me tell you about somebody that I'm not really rooting for.
Uh-oh.
Amanda, we got to talk about him. You know who I'm talking about, Mr. Tomas.
Oh, I figured it out, Candice. I figured it out. You want to
What?
know?
What?
I think Kat's issue was that she could not be fully comfortable during sex because of the way he is. So when she heard the "I'm committed to you, I love you," she was comfortable, and then look what happened. They traumatized the poor old lady that was walking through, or older lady, excuse me, that was walking through. They traumatized that lady. Actually, she was like, "Can I get what they're having? Whatever they ordered, can I have 2 of those,
Shout out
please?"
to shout out to one of my favorite movies of all time, When Harry Met Sally. Like yes, like I want to know what they're having too. All right.
I think that's what
So
it was. I do. I think she wasn't comfortable. So whenever, like, to like fully climax, you have to be comfortable, right? When you're a woman, right? You have to be in it
yeah,
with your head and your body. So I
your
think that's
mind,
what
body,
it
and
was.
soul.
I really do. I think that's what it was.
We also got to remember how this all went down. The beginning is that this is a woman. See, okay,
My
here, okay.
favorite. Chelsea started it, and I love it because I love Chelsea. Everyone knows. I'm obsessed with her.
Chelsea is that girl. She's that sister that you want. She's that cousin you want too. Cause she will break it down. Like she ain't look, she just rolled up and said, look, what? But this is what I'm gonna say about Kat, because this has been again an ongoing topic. We gotta remember when we first met her, she was very confident. But I'm saying this right now. Sex will mess with your mind
It will.
like nothing else.
It will.
Okay. Because you have to make sure your performance level is worthy to even be talked about. This is where I said with Tomas, your ego was the size of Texas
Yeah.
when you got, because you was like this, yes, I got a Richardson, yes, I got a rich girl, yes, but you did not, and this was my problem, you didn't really talk to Kat on a level that she was comfortable with.
Right.
Losing your virginity is not something that it's not like you going to McDonald's. By the way, we're not sponsored by McDonald's. However, we eat McDonald's food all the time before these shows.
Oh, I wish I had McDonald's right now.
McDonald's, call me. Okay. But the thing is that again, Kat lost her virginity not in the way that she should have, but it was sort of more like a mind game because she saw the connection, the emotional connection that Eva and Tomas has. So really, folks, Kat lost her virginity to try to one up Eva. If you want to do this, we're going to do this. Tomas, to me, knows fully well what he was doing by going over to Eva. Well, I'm just trying to see if my machine works.
Yeah.
Eva, I keep saying this, girl. He knew you was interested the moment you kissed him.
Yeah.
You open that door. You've been opening that door every time he comes over there to talk to you about Cat. If you was a real person, real woman, you would be like, no, we're not doing this today. But once y'all two got into the sack together, I need y'all to watch that scene again. Because he did a smirk that I just wanted to knock the off of him. Because he was like this, okay, I nailed back both sisters. And what? And what? And what made it worse is that now Leslie is telling Eva, well, you need to fight for him. You need to fight for him. I love the fact, first and foremost, Eva, we've been saying this, don't be like your mama. And I'm so glad that she realized she was turning into her mother. Cat? Cat, you're going to still need to talk to you. Because I wouldn't have done it. I don't care if he's all of a sudden trying to be Disney Prince Charming. You're not getting nowhere near. It's a blocked off. You wanted to go ahead and do that. I can't trust you no more. I don't like you no more. You're still a slouch in bed. You're not bringing me joy. Greg Vaughn, I'm going to need your character to hook up with Cat first. Therefore, I mean, I'm seriously. And the thing is that I see some of you guys saying that Chelsea broke the friend code. Well, here's the thing. Tomas broke the friend code too. Because again, Tomas keeps going to Eva. Well, Cat did this and Cat didn't do this. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to do. And Eva's like this. Well, you know, if I was your girl and all that, and maybe, and no, Chelsea did the cousins code. If you have a cousin who's like this, please tell me in the chat room. Amanda, you might have a cousin too like this or somebody. When they go ahead and it's like, okay, I hear you, but I'm seeing my cousin is upset about it. So guess what? I'm coming over to your crib right now and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to knock you off of your pegs just a little bit because you are not going to hurt my cousin. Do you understand? You are not going to hurt my cousin. So yes.
I think that's what she meant to do. Like she went over there to tell him off, but then it slipped out. I don't think she meant to tell him as much as she did, but he kept I goading her in a way, and I think it just came out. And then he did the smirk, and I think she didn't mean to. I think she just got mad and was like, "You're so damn stupid. She's in love with you, idiot. God, why are you standing here smirking?" Like I don't think she meant to betray her. You know what I mean?
No, she didn't. She was still doing, like I said, a cousin thing. Because again, if somebody was to do that to Amanda, okay, I'm not even gonna lie. First and foremost, I'll be like this. It's okay, Amanda. I got you. 20 minutes later, you heard Amanda and see what happens. She already told me what happened. Don't worry about what she said. Just know, don't hurt her. Okay? Right. Or I will Febreze you.
Right?
Okay?
Same.
I will seriously, I mean, I get where Chelsea was coming from. You guys in the chat room, you're glad that Cat went to Nicole for help. I'm glad. And Amanda, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you agree with what Nicole has said for Cat to do? Which was, you know, work it out in a way.
Well, she told her to follow her heart, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is hard because Kat is in love with him, but she also doesn't want Eva to have him. So I think if there was no Eva, would she? I doubt she would forgive him so easy and just jump right into bed with him or in the closet with him. But at the same time, she's in love with him. So that's hard. That's hard. Personally, if you betrayed me in that kind of way, I don't think I could forgive you. Personally, like if I was Kat, I don't think I could forgive you for betraying me with my sister. I'm just gonna be honest. But Kat does not want Eva to have him. So that is really pushing her feelings more, I think. Is she even really in love with him, guys? Is she even really in love with him? Or is it now Eva will not win?
Right.
That's the
Right.
question.
Amanda, you just said the question. You just
Because
really
if I
you
was
said it.
Nicole, her mom, that's what I would have asked her. I would have said, you need to stop and see if you're really in love with him. Or if you're just in love with him because you don't want Eva to have him.
And Tony said this. I think Kat is in love with the idea of love getting off on wanting up in Eva. And that's the truth. Because again, this is how it all like does she I'm gonna need for Kat, I need Chelsea or somebody to hold baby girl's hand and say, are you really in love with him? Or is this because of Eva? Because you don't want to be second best in the sense of the emotional connection. Leslie and Nicole, you know what we just started, y'all? We just started something real good on this show. You got Leslie and Nicole, right? Well, technically Anita and Barbara. Anita and Barbara cycles down to Nicole and Leslie because of Ted. Then you go ahead and you have Eva, Kat, and Tomas. Leslie's giving Eva bad advice because of something she couldn't have done back in the day. Nicole is telling Kat the same kind of advice because remember, Nicole wanted to take Ted back because she loved him. We see how that went. So
She
it's
did
interesting.
think about it. You're right. She did think about it.
Yeah, she thought about it. And the thing is that I love the fact that Eva went to Mona and Jan. Shout out to Mona and Jan. Hey, y'all. And Jan is ride or die for Leslie. Mona's like this. No.
I
She got
love
up and
Mona.
she's like, Mona, I'm going to now say this. Mona is Auntie Mona.
I love her. She the
auntie.
look. It was the look. The look was like,
She
no.
like this.
And then she got her purse. When she got her purse, she stood there and waited for Jan, like, and then Jan didn't get up and she went, oh, okay. And then I'm like, and then she just
No,
walked
she
off.
did the whole like don't try to say I didn't warn you.
Right.
But it's just it for me. I'm glad that Eva does have somebody else to kind of talk to. Just like Kat and Chelsea, they have their own little clique. Eva does not, and whatnot. So yeah, so okay, you guys seem to say, this is Kat's first relationship, so she has to learn how she wants to navigate this. I agree, but she's not doing a good job because it's Eva centric. Midori says, I think Kat is the type to only learn by learning on her own and on her own mistakes. She'll be fine. I agree with that too. Yeah. Michelle, point blank period. Eva will not win. Itch. That's what she didn't say the bitch part. I just said that. But she put that out there. All right, moving on.
Oh, let me say one thing. Because I've a part of me does feel bad for Eva. Because I've also been the girl that's really, really likes the guy or in love with the guy and the guy doesn't feel the same.
Oh, yeah.
Or if he does, he's lying because for whatever reason, player, whatever. But I've been in her shoes, so I do feel bad for her. But guys, at the same time, now he has told her at least 3 times, you're in the friend zone. You are in the friend zone. I did use you and I'm so sorry. I did use you, but I'm in love with Kat. I am in love with Kat. I am in love with Kat. I want Kat. And she's, Eva, please listen, because he is not a good guy. So he will keep on hurting her. So he's not your friend. That's the thing that's killing me. He's not your friend.
He
Eva.
really isn't. He just used you, girl. Like,
yes, he's not your friend.
Amber Childs, who plays Eva, when Tomas has said that and she was coming to that realization, again, this show, I'm telling you, Kobe, who plays Kat, and Amber, who plays Eva, these are the gems of the show as far as new talent. You know, once upon a time, that was Susan Lucci, Kim Zimmer. These two are fine on this show. And again, I felt bad because I knew what Tomas was up. I've dealt with people who are like Tomas. I've been like you said, I've been a Kat and an Eva. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was just Eva slowly realizing she was used. Baby, you never was his friend. I hate to tell you this. And the fact that you opened yourself up so easily to him. And I said that from jump. You should know better. But then I look and I'm like, you know what? Eva had only her mama. And look at her mama. And I'm glad Eva realized it. But now, girl, don't double down on it. No. Greg Vaughn, I'm going to need you to come on and date Eva.
I wonder who he is for. I think Nicole. By the way, Nicole is so pretty.
Daphne,
like every time she's on there, it's so distracting. She's so pretty. Daphne.
Those eyes. Daphne, you need to come on the show so we can just look at your eyes. I'm just saying.
Right?
Like, you have one of the best. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, and you guys are right. Wait till Leslie finds out that Ted and June was doing a little flirting.
Oh God, June will be next. June will be next. She'll be ran off the road next.
It's gonna be June, July, August, September.
Right.
Tony says Leslie and June will be good. Crazy meets crazy. I mean, but then again, Leslie just can give a fruitcake.
Leslie loves giving out fruitcakes.
She literally came over to Anita and Vernon's place with a year-old.
A year-old fruit. A year-old.
Now, you know, there's a health violation, food violation, something like that. I'm just saying. Samantha is saying, you guys are still talking about it. Paris says, don't feel bad for Eva at all because she's just like her mama. Her mama gave her horrible advice. Horrible.
He did.
When she looked at her mama's failed relationship as a navigation, you was what? Samantha says, Eva is just vindictive as her mom. And that's the, I don't know. I'm going to say this. I don't know. Because to me, there's been times where Eva could have, but she's not. Because she has some common sense somewhere.
She's not quite as evil as her mom. At least not yet. We might be getting there, though. We might be getting there. Tomas might have opened that door. All right. What else we got?
Let's talk about the Fab Four.
Okay.
Haley, Bill, Danny, Andre. Okay. So, well, actually, do I want to? Yeah, let's go there because I know how I'm going to end this on the show. We got open marriage between Danny and Andre. Again, Danny wants her independence, and she also realizes that Andre has a thing for, and I'm going to quote this name. She calls Ashley unseasoned chicken. Unseasoned chicken. Because she don't got no seasoning on her chicken.
Well, you know what?
Unseasoned.
I think she at least has some. I think she has some garlic pepper on there because she did go to Andre like that, guys. Did y'all forget about that? Like they wasn't even broke up a day, and she was already on a date with Andre. So she at least got some lemon pepper or something on there.
I mean, she got something that he likes because you know. And the thing is,
some people
that
like lemon pepper. Okay, some people like their stuff not spicy.
And I mean, sometimes you spice up your life. And every boy, every girl, spice up your life. Okay, we don't have the rights to the rest of that song, but if you're a Spice Girls fan, you're welcome. Okay, so la 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 la. Okay, sorry. But the thing is that Danny pretty much gave Andre an out, which surprised me a little bit by saying we can drop this marriage and you do you, I do me, boo. But at the same time, you see her enjoyment when she sees Bill acting like a goof. Because Bill has been acting like a dodo head.
He is losing his mind. I love it. He's losing his mind.
Y'all, look. This Bill hired a private investigator to find out about Andre. Now, this actually ties into the beginning of when we first started the show. We were questioning what was going on with Andre because there were some gaps that we, the audience, we needed to know. So I'm thinking we're going to get that with this. Okay. Haley is losing her ever-loving mind, and guess who was happy about that? Because my whole thing is, first and foremost, his performance level is okay. It's just he ain't performing for you, Haley, because he's thinking about that kiss that Danny and him had. At the same time, you over there, well, Danny this and Danny that, and I need to do this and I need to do this. And thank you, Tomas. I'm going to give you some love here. Get ready. Tomas, I'm glad you called Haley out on her crap by saying you only use me to try to make Bill jealous. Don't you know he's my boss?
Yeah, he was like, I could have lost my job.
Can we, y'all?
She's like, oh, my bad. My bad. My bad.
Wait a minute. Here's the thing. I don't do this often, but Amanda, I think we do deserve to give Tomas a little round of applause. All right. See, she gave more than I did. I just did like this. Thank you. So you got Haley paranoid as I don't know what, to the point now she's starting to double down on Bill's, truth. She goes over to Danny's house. Danny's like, what are you doing here? Haley's like, Bill, I know you're here. I know you're here. And Danny is dying, y'all. She is laughing so hard.
So little, but she is so mighty. Like, she comes in there and she is stomping with her heels and she's clumping all around and she's like, I know he's here. And Danny was absolutely loving this. Like, she couldn't have done anything better at that moment for Danny.
Because this is seriously karma. Like she said, isn't it funny how she said, why would Bill be here? And if he was, don't you think he would be like, yeah, that's right, I got with Danny. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's not going to hide.
Right. But the thing is that Haley she's in over her head, and like Danny is really doing the playbook. And I know some people said Bill shouldn't have done what he did to tell Haley. It's like, if you accuse me one more time, our marriage is over with. He basically told her that. I'm going to say this. It's not how you lose them. It's the fact that you don't believe that you can lose them. Because Haley swears up and down that her and Bill are like solid as a rock.
She does.
Solid.
But she's so insecure.
She is. She's not insecure. She's delusional. Like Samantha said, she's over there telling her, like, going over to her house and saying, you better stay away from my husband. You go to Danny's house to say that? Boo! Where were you at when you was in Danny and Bill's house and sleeping with the husband? Okay?
Thank you.
Girl!
But that made me laugh so much, though. God, that was good.
I feel as though the show listened to us, because we've been saying we wish that when the show started, we were still with Bill and Danny and then saw the marriage unfold, if that makes sense.
Right.
I'm fine with what's happening now. I'm fine with Miss Haley thinking, oh, I married Bill. Life is going to be grand. Everything is fine. Everything's grand, Danny. I'm the first lady of Fairmount Press. No, you're not. You're obsessed with having a baby because, again, you're trying to be the woman that's giving Bill everything. At the same time, you know what? I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her.
Because he did lie to her. Like, he kept saying, I don't know why you're acting like this. I don't know why you're treating me like this. Because you lied to her more than once.
No,
If
that's
I was
not
her,
it.
I would have jumped up on the couch. I would have, because she's tiny, I would have got eye level with him. And I would have been like, when you tell me that you're going to a client meeting, I expect that's where you're freaking at. So then guess what? Later, when I call your office and your receptionist says, there's no meeting at all, this better not happen again. I'm not lying. I don't play that. I don't lie to you. Yes, she does. But still, this is what I'd say. I don't lie to you.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and put up with you lying to me. And then, see, then he just kept deflecting. But he did lie to her. And he kissed Danny. And he does have a private investigator. She's not crazy. This is all happening. He just thinks that she don't realize it when she knows. She even said, I know about the private investigator, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel sorry for her, but at the same time, they are married. And why is he lying then? If they're so good and she's the love of his life, why is he lying then? Why?
Here's what I'm gonna say. I feel bad for Haley because when you live in the dream for so long, you really believe the dream is reality.
True.
Once that bubble pops, pop. The reality is that everything you thought, everything you believed is not happening.
Right.
Haley, you've been around this family for years, so you know that the most important thing to build is family. You know this. And whether you like it or not, Danny and him will always be connected.
Yep.
You are acting so selfish right now. In a sense, I get where she's coming from. I do. Because she doesn't want to be proven wrong. Because here she is saying, oh, he's not going to do like he did Danny. And here's Danny in your face telling you, baby, it could be another woman.
She
He
even
might have
said that.
lost interest in you.
She even said, what was it? A client meeting, a work call. She's like, what was the
Call.
excuse he gave you? Yeah.
Yeah. And Laura B says she does feel some sympathy because of what you said about Haley.
Yeah, because now it's different. Okay. Danny is no longer, he should not even be worried about what Danny's doing. She is no longer his wife. Their kids are grown ass people.
Grown.
There is no reason for him and Danny to interact other than about their kid. And even then, they can interact through the children. They're grown. Like, he has no business being in Danny's marriage at all, period.
But Bill also needs to not bring Danny into their marriage sometimes too. This is a two-way street, folks.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And the thing is that Jeremy said it too. And I said this from jump. Haley's looking for a father figure. I will be your father figure. Okay, we don't have the rights to that either. But shout out to George Michael and Taylor Swift too. But the thing is that Haley and Bill are getting a dose of reality. But you know who I really truly feel sorry for? Andre.
Why you?
He's in because he's in, y'all.
Why
He
you feel sorry
loves
for
Danny
Andre?
because he didn't sign up for this.
Yes, he did. She told
No,
him before.
I mean, I get that, but what I'm saying is that okay, when they first started out, we got to remember this. It was a you scratch my back, I scratch yours. You need me at 2:00 in the morning, I will be there. I was going to sing another part of the song, but we don't have time and we don't have the right. But the thing
Till
is
the
that over
end of time.
I will be a okay, sorry. Anyway.
Now it's stuck in my head, Candice.
I know. Time to okay, sorry. I literally had that part. But no, the thing is that Andre, he wears his heart on his sleeves, and we've seen this multiple times. Again, it was a rumps and a hump. It was. But then over the course of time, he really started caring for Danny in that way. Not in, you know what I'm saying? Like it went from, you know, to I care about you, especially when he saw her drinking. So he does have real feelings for her. At the same time, he cares about Ashley. And Danny sees that. And Danny doesn't want to be she doesn't want to be a problem because she knows that in herself, she is a factor. She's a problem factor, folks. She knows it, she realizes it. And yes, I agree. She is falling for him. But at the same time, Andre, I don't know. Like, I just feel bad for him because he does love Danny. He does. And he also sees that she is not letting go of Bill.
They even talked about it. They even talked about it. She said, right now, if Unseasoned came in, Little Miss Perfect Ashley, if she came in and she said, I want to be with you right now, you would leave and be with her. I already know that. She's like, that's how I feel about Bill. They had this whole conversation.
Yeah.
What I'm mad about is that Andre didn't fight for Ashley. I think Andre's in love with Ashley. That's what I think. And I don't understand why he didn't fight for her. So that man got in an accident. I'm sorry for him, but I'm not going to give up the girl I love. Like, he didn't even fight for her. So, like, it's hard to feel sorry for him. Instead of fighting for her, he just went and married Danny. That's a reaction to her being engaged and all of these things going on. And I'm like,
that's true.
Grief, Andre, good grief.
Chat room, we need your help. Who do you think is a good pairing? Danny and Andre or Ashley and Andre? That actually should be a poll.
Oh,
Mr. Poll guy, can we have a poll in
Derek's? All right, here's my problem. I like Ashley and Andre together because it's exciting and she's different, but I don't want Derek's heartbroken. So that's my conundrum, guys. I don't want Derek to be heartbroken.
I don't want Derek to be heartbroken either, because like I said, he's the Michael. Please let him be the Michael Massini of the show because of Ashley. Because I think Ashley is unseasoned chicken with cornbread. But I will say this. I love Jen Jacobs. And first and foremost, side note, some of you guys need to leave her alone. Because I like her nose just the way it is. Because all of us got big noses. That means we can smell and we can be nosy. So,
you know what?
Don't do that.
I'm gonna say this. I disagree about her being unseasoned chicken. I'm gonna say it on record. Totally disagree. Hold on. Let me finish. Oh, okay. Yes, she does. Some people are very mild and quiet in life. Like with people, some people are like that. But when you get alone and it's just you and them, or in the bedroom, they're very, very seasoned. They have lots of seasoning. I know people like that. So, like, I'm going to disagree with that. I think there's a bunch under her surface that she keeps hidden. For some reason, she feels like she needs to be this goody nurse because she's a nurse and she does good for everyone. And she keeps that in there. But we saw flashes of it with Andre. Flashes of it. And I'm like, oh, it's in there. We just got to get it to come out. That's what I think. And leave her alone about her nose. People, you're born the way you're born. I got a big nose too. Like, you're born the way you're born.
I got
like, leave her alone.
I'm proud of it. Amanda, before we go to our next story, is there something you want to share?
Oh, look, yay! Look who's here.
It's God.
I know.
It's you. Hi, everybody in the chat. We're so happy 42 people are watching. Thank you.
Hi, guys. It's the lake.
This is just a little reminder. We need to wrap it up. I'm sorry, you got more time, but we have other shows.
I know we're wrapping it up. You came in when we were about to start going to the next story.
Because I got somebody sitting there going, "What time is going on?" So okay, so yeah, so bye everybody. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
All right, we got 5 minutes.
Make sure you like, subscribe, subject. Okay, we got 5 minutes. Speaking of Ashley, her alleged daddy, because I see some of y'all talking about it. So we got Joey and Vanessa, his Nessa. So we said goodbye to Doug. It was a beautiful service, y'all. It was so beautiful. I cried. Amanda cried. Well, she was with the security person. And so Joey was like, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I needed to see you. I need to make sure you were okay. And Vanessa is all torn up about Doug because she feels as though she should have been with him before he died.
Probably.
And then
maybe. I mean,
and
maybe.
Then their son Darnell is asking all the right questions. And Vanessa and Joey are having eye sex.
Eye sex? By the way, it's so obvious. I'm like, guys, I thought this was a secret because everyone knows.
Right.
Like, it's not a secret.
Like, I mean, and I just feel as though Joey pretty much said it.
What?
Shocking.
Yeah, shocking. Did you see previews for next week? He does like a whole 180. He does like a whole 180. And I'm like, I can't wait for next week. Guys, next week's coming. We got to go.
I'm going to tell you something real quick before we go. Joey, well played. Because when Darnell was talking about his dad, you go over to him and says, when my mom died. And I'm like, y'all didn't. No, you didn't, Joey, pull out the mama died card to try to get to Darnell.
And I like how he showed up with the thing. Look, I already got it for you. And with the, the video, he's like, I already got it for you. I'm like, oh, this dude's slick.
Yeah. But okay, real quick, you guys, some of you guys saying Ashley and Andre, some of you guys said Danny and Derek. I wouldn't mind that, actually. Wouldn't mind that. And yes, Lauren, who plays Vanessa, look, I'm going to tell you something. I said she was one of the other rising stars of this show. She's doing a phenomenal job. So is the guy who plays the son. That's good casting. And of course, John Lindstrom. I think that's about it. Because we got to go.
All right, guys, we had some technical difficulties. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
But we made it through the storm. We made it through the wilderness. And now we're going to talk about some Young and the Restless.
Y&R. All right, guys. Have a good week.
Bye, guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.